Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a review from M Colors. This is a cookies and cream porter. Now this is worrisome. 6% porter with natural flavoring, caramel flavoring. I mean, then again, a lot of flavoring can hide the issues with their beer. So let's see. Porter comes in pretty spot on. Medium deep black color, deep gold, brown color. Pretty spot on looking beer. Nice on that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, cookies and cream. I mean, pastry stouts or some smell like this, but it's very artificial smelling. A lot of cool natural flavors going in. Caramel color too. Why is there caramel colors this beer? Like it literally, like natural flavor. I understand like TTB makes you like put in natural flavor for like any kind of like Tarani or mostly like Tarani is what you're using. Tarani, by the way, is what you get at Starbucks. A lot of breweries are actually using that. It's one of the secret things, not secret, but like obvious things, or secretly obvious things that's actually happening in a lot of breweries. Like these flavored beers, like they're literally just using Starbucks kind of like flavoring. It's a flavor company. Um, but it smells like sprinkles. This actually smells gross. Cheers. It smells like sprinkles. Not bad. Despite the smell, um, the aromatic. It's actually just pretty tame, kind of like porterish kind of beer. A little lacking on the roast. Allows the kind of sweet elements to come in, but it's actually not that sweet of beer. So it's actually one of those things that like actually works sometimes, where like you add kind of like aromatics with like sweet elements, but the beer is actually not that sweet. It's crazy. As the beers have sort of gotten closer and closer to the end, the beers have actually gotten more and more drinkable. It is still like confectioner to me, and the sprinkles flavor for me is not great. It is fine, drinkable. Definitely something I want to share. Mm, and then Nigel's coming here and like, hey man, you have a beer review. Why don't you say hi? Um, honest, honestly, the amount of like lack of complexity of the base beer tends to show, but it's okay because it's covered up by this like sweet confectionery thing. I don't really care for the vanilla sprinkling thing that they're doing. Vanilla sprinkles. But it's not a terrible beer. I think some people would actually like be okay with the beer. It has like a kind of like middle of the road kind of thing, despite the sprinkles flavor. Sprinkles flavor sort of tends to dominate, which I'm not a huge fan of. But it's okay. I think actually some people would actually like this. Nigel, you can't drink that. Stop. Hey, Nigel, come here. Come on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Um, it's actually one of the better beers. I think actually, outside of me personally, I think it would actually be one of the best beers for a lot of people. For me, it doesn't quite hit because it's so sprinkly. Like it just tastes like what we call people Jimmies. Not terrible. It's actually pretty good. Um, just the impression, this might be one of the best beers at lunch. I just don't like it that much, but um, 82, 82. This might be one of the best ones. One of the best ones. I just don't really care for it that much personally, but uh, well, no. If I'm gonna rate it, hmm, 80, 80. Cookies and cream. It has a lot of impression, which I really appreciate. You know me, I appreciate impression. Like when you smack a beer up with like big flavors, you're gonna get somewhere sometimes. And especially with a beer that, like, again, excuse me, it works. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go a little lower. The base beer is still very watery. A lot of these beers suffer from this fact of that they're just watery. Um, a great analogy, which actually like, which like it's such a revelation for me. But uh, 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 what's this? I forget, but wine reviewer talked about how you can have Coca Cola and Diet Coca Cola, but you can also have Coca Cola with like half water. And when you make wine, there's wines that just lack concentration, like the cheaper wines, and it's all like grape juice, fermented, blah blah, but like the lack of complexity is sort of there, and that's sort of what you can do, or sort of what you can or cannot do with wine, where the complexity is there, where it either tastes like more grape flavor or complexity of wine flavor were lacking. And that's also what we can do with malt. It's sort of like as if you watered down a porter, then added a bunch of like sprinkles flavor to it, right? The baked spirit lacks so much that it's like blown away, or not blowing me that away, but like it's lacking for sure. Um, as it warms up, it's so much sprinkles flavor. Ugh. All right, so I'm gonna pull it back. We're going with a 73. 73. I went all the way back and forth, but again, as the beers warm up, they show up there, even a few degrees, is sitting right here. 73. That's generally a little bit gross. So, oof. Some people cold, they would love this. 73 there.